Hello and welcome to User Spotlights. I'm Laura with ClickFunnels, and today I'm joined by Bridget James Ling. In 2020, Bridget quit her job in New York City, making $50,000 a year to travel the world, and she built $1 million movement. 2 years later, she started making $50,000 a month and scaled her business to $1 million. You'll learn how to build $1 million movement and scale your business using memberships with Bridget. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Oh my gosh, Laura, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. And I got really excited when I saw your post in the community about your journey from just a couple of years ago versus today. So can you tell me a little bit about what that's been like for you?
Oh my gosh. Well, when I started my business in 2020, right before that, I was working a 9 to 5 job in New York City. Like it was my dream job going out of college until it wasn't. And I was working for someone else. And I was like, I've got to be my own boss. So around when I quit my job, I found ClickFunnels and I stayed up till like 2 in the morning every single night in a house in Panama while I was traveling the world studying how to do high ticket funnels. I went to my first FHL in 2021. And I remember sitting there, Laura, with the rookie badge on my name tag, watching Tony Robbins on stage. And I was like, one day I'm going to be walking that stage. I have no idea how, but I was just like, I'm going to do this. In 2022, I went back to ClickFunnels or Funnel Hacking Live. I remember sitting in the audience. I had made multi six figures in my business, but I kind of like, I became detached with winning the award. And on day one, I remember leaning over to my partner and saying, like, I don't really care if I hit the 2 Comma Club award. Like, it'll happen when it happens. And by day two of Funnel Hacking Live, I was back in. I was 100% committed and went all out. And then we hit 2 Comma Club, like literally just this year.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do with your business?
So I help women sell their services on Instagram, any sort of organic marketing. Anyone that's a online coach or selling a service, I teach them how to post and how to sell and then use recurring offers in order to scale to 7 figures.
Oh, wow. So learning about the linchpin was probably pretty appropriate for your business too, right? Having that continuity.
Yeah. Like literally ever since I found Russell, I started adding in memberships, recurring continuity. Everything is now a subscription service, which is just, I mean, it's so much more sustainable when you build from this way.
Yeah. So how do you use ClickFunnels in your business?
I use it in two different ways. One, I use it for high ticket. I've done that since the beginning, having a high ticket sales funnel that leads to an application. And then instead of sending people to a sales call, I send them to a DM conversation. So we do no sales calls. All of our high ticket packages are all sold in the DMs that stem from that high ticket funnel. And then before that, we have at the very beginning of our product suite is a $97 a month membership. And so we have a membership funnel with a squeeze page, and then they go to the membership. And then they go all the way up to our high ticket mastermind inside of our product suite.
Wow. Okay. So now that you've officially made the 2 Comma Club, what sort of goals do you have now for your business? Like, have you expanded?
So I just went to FHL literally 2 weeks ago. I joined Inner Circle because as I was sitting there deciding, should I join Inner Circle or not? I had this huge realization, and it was this: what will happen if I don't invest in this program? If I choose not to join Inner Circle, if I choose not to invest in myself, what will happen? And I thought about my life and I thought about Freedom Queen and the movement that I'm building. Sure, I have this great life where I travel and I can keep growing, I can keep building and keep going at a very linear rate. Or I can go so much bigger and choose to do something that's totally like extraordinary, totally iconic, get in the room with people making not 1 million, but 10 million, more than that, 25 million, 100 million, be exposed to those people. I think I'm going to choose the bigger option. And so I did. And so really, like, I see 1 million honestly as like, I'm just getting started. Like, welcome to entrepreneurship. Here we go. Now you're officially in.
I love that. It's such a great perspective. And I love your attitude about it of, looking at it as, what do I have to lose? What if I don't do this? Like, why would I hold myself back from this sort of growth and being able to scale my business?
Yeah.
But I want to go back a little bit because you mentioned ever since you learned about Russell and how you've started applying so many of these marketing things to your business and how you've seen success with all of them, which probably led you to Inner Circle today. How did you learn about Russell? Like, what brought you into this world?
My boyfriend.
Okay.
So in my space, like not a lot of people use funnels, which I tell everyone in Freedom Queen, I'm like, you have to get set up some funnels. But my boyfriend, he uses ClickFunnels. He did 2CCX last year. He was like, I'd use this software. I'm like, what's this software? And we started like stalking Russell and watching his videos. He's like this ball of like, he talks about God and he talks about funnels and money and all of these things. I'm like, that's us. Like, we love God. We love making money. We love transformation and helping people and serving. And I was like, this is the way. Like, this is it. Make the funnel. Like, again, like right when I got exposed to Russell, I just started binging all of his content and staying up till 2 a.m. watching high ticket secrets. And then I implemented it and it worked. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, proven process. Let's keep going with this.
I know. It's so funny how people will say, my best piece of advice is just do what Russell says. But it's all of the people that have taken what he says and start taking action and applying it right away. They've all seen results. Nobody's taken what he said, applied it, and then just, nothing
Yes.
happened.
It's funny. We'll like try and sway away of like, I'll just tweak it a little bit. And then you do it and it like doesn't work. You're like, okay, let me just go back, do the webinar, make the sales page exactly that way. And then it works.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I know that you've talked about your business goals and the growth in the future and all of that. I would love to know, like, what do you want for your clients and the people that you're working with, aside from your growth? Like, what is your goal for them?
I, more than anything, want them to build their own $1 million movements. And a movement to me, it's not just a coaching business. It's not just a transaction. It's like this one giant vision casting indoctrination community that actually wakes up the world. And when you build a movement, when you build a business from the mindset of I'm building a movement, not only does it bring in more transformation for your customers because they're more bought into the community that you're building, it also brings in more sustainable income over a longer period of time versus having something like a cash grab business where you're always running out of money. And so that's something I want from my customers more of. And also, like, just so much happier when you look at building a business from the lens of building a movement.
Yeah. And I love that your approach to business probably is, as an entrepreneur, everybody goes through, the roller coaster of ups and downs in their business, but
Yes.
you focus on what is sustainable for yourself
Yeah.
and for your clients when talking about continuity. And I think that's such a big thing that people tend to forget. And now that Russell's teaching about linchpin, I think it's kind of coming to the forefront of all of that. So the fact that you're already doing that and implementing that in your business is massive.
It's so necessary. It's like when you build from a movement and have continuity, you don't start at zero every month. You have income. Like, and I'm not a mother, but like, I can imagine if you have children, like you don't have as much time, like build the way that Russell's building with continuity. It changes the game.
Yeah. What advice do you have for entrepreneurs who are considering starting a business like this online?
2 things inside of the $1 million recipe: take action. Like, take an insane amount of action, more action than you think that is required, and never feel like you have to shame yourself if you're a hard worker. I think a lot of women, particularly, there's like this narrative that they have to shame themselves if they want to work hard and they want to make money. But like, own that. If that's what you love to do, like, go absolutely all in on that. And the second piece is having faith. Like, that's been a big thing for me. And I was so attracted to Russell, his outlook on faith and God, of just like, if you feel like there's something inside of you, like you're on this planet for a reason today, you better believe that there is. And I don't care if it's not working or you haven't had the breakthrough or someone hasn't bought yet, you keep taking action and, connect with people that know the way, you will get there.
Such a great philosophy. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. So is there anything else that you want to share?
The biggest thing is when I was sitting in FHL last year and I said, I don't care if I don't hit the 2 Comma Club award. Like, if you've been in doubt or you've been in fear, or maybe you were all in and then you stopped that commitment, like, give yourself permission to get in the room with other people that have what you want and surround yourself with them, because you are worthy and you do deserve to have a massive business.
That's awesome. I love that. And I'm thinking that come 2025, when we're all back in person for Funnel Hacking Live, we will get to cheer you on as you're collecting your 2 Comma Club X or C award. So
Come on.
We'll look to that.
That's what I'm working on. That's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Bridget. It was great to speak with you. Where can people go to learn more about you and your business?
Go to Instagram, Bridget James Ling, binge all of the content, take action, and then send me a message if you want to talk more or have any questions.
Perfect. Will do. Thank you so much, Bridget.
Thank you, Laura.
Have a good one.